Afternoon and welcome to Ting Kwong Recreation Ground, home of cricket in Hong Kong. I'm Muskan Samtani and another amazing day of cricket awaits us at the T20 International here with lots of action coming your way. Joining me today is Mona Wong. And Mona, what an exciting day today. How do you feel Papua New Guinea, Nepal here in Hong Kong?
Good afternoon, Muskan. And yes, two of Associate Cricket's powerhouses Nepal and PNG are right here in Hong Kong for the 2024 Hong Kong Men's T20I series.
Well, that's right, Mona. Both the teams are off to the ICC T20 World Cup in June. But before they head off to the USA and West Indies, they are here for a 3-day competition against Hong Kong, and it's going to be an exciting one ahead of us.
I'm sure it is. And each team will play each other once before the finals, with the third place team playing against Hong Kong China A on Wednesday morning and the grand final game on Wednesday afternoon.
Well, both PNG and Nepal will be looking for a series win here in Hong Kong after the last few tours didn't quite go their way. Oman winning 2-1 over Papua New Guinea and Nepal losing the finals against Netherlands in the Tri-Nations T20I Nepal series in Nepal.
And yesterday we saw the one-off T20I friendship series between Nepal and Hong Kong China, with the hosts convincing winners by 73 runs. And today, to kick off the series, we will have Nepal playing against Hong Kong China again right now. And now we're half an hour away from game time. It's time to head out to the middle for Aaron Bush and our international star Yasmin Daswani.
Thanks, Mona and Muskan. Yes, out in the middle here for the toss of the first game of the Tri-Nations in Hong Kong. It's cool, it's windy, it's a chilly day here in Hong Kong, but we're ready for some international T20 action, and the captains are out in the middle. The match referee, Gandhi, the third umpire, Niaz Ali, the two captains from Nepal and Hong Kong China are ready. It's a Hong Kong China home game. Niaz and Nazakat, I should say, will flick and Rohit will call.
Yes, tail is more and its tail. Nepal won the toss.
Nepal have won and will bowl first. Rohit, you won the toss yesterday. You bowled first yesterday. Same team, same pitch. You've got a new plan today, maybe?
Yeah, we want to correct all the mistakes which we did yesterday. And looking at this condition and overhead condition, I think bowling first is a good option.
There is a chance of rain around as well, so you'll have the DLS while you're having a bat. But you've got some changes in the side today from the one that lost yesterday?
Yeah, we have 3 changes. Sagar, Rashid, Akash are out, and Karan, Avinash and Lokesh are in.
Now, Karan, we talked about him yesterday, but he was the sub. He loves playing against Hong Kong. Took a 4 for, I think, the last time you guys played together. So looking forward to him getting the ball in hand?
Absolutely, he has that experience, so I hope he will deliver today.
Well, good luck today. First game of the Tri-Nations, and Nepal have won the toss. Nazakat come across, didn't win the toss again, but you didn't win the toss yesterday and it didn't matter at all.
Yeah, to be honest, we wanted to bat first on this wicket. We have to put good score on the board, and always scoreboard pressure is always there.
Any changes to your squad? There was 3 for Nepal. Any changes to the Hong Kong China side?
Yes, we have 2 changes. Jamie is out, Dhananjay Rao is out, and Ayush Shukla is in, and Zishan.
So Zishan will be in with the gloves and a bit more batting, and also the speedster Ayush. So looking forward to getting out there and having a bat in about 29 minutes time?
Yes, of course, we all are excited, and the weather is, I know that the weather is a little bit like this, but I think it's going to stay like this. So we need to make sure that we don't put that in our mind, and we need to focus on our batting.
Well, good luck as well in the first game to Nazakat Khan, captain of Hong Kong China. Yes, we're talking about the weather and we're going to talk about the pitch as well. And with the pitch report today, it's Yasmin Daswani. Yas, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the middle of Ting Kwong Recreation Ground. So we're playing on the same pitch that we were yesterday. The ground is very hard as there's rain around today, but equally there's a lot of grass. We know that Hong Kong made 212 yesterday, so there's definitely runs to be had. Nepal will be looking to better what happened yesterday. They lost to Hong Kong, but definitely there were a lot of catches yesterday, so we know that the pitch will be doing some. We're expecting it to swing the first 3 to 4 overs, but after that it should play pretty true and it should be a good batting track.
Yeah, Yaz, it's green where we're standing, but as this Mission Road, Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground pitch, it looks green, but it's just holding the pitch together. It's hard, it's rock hard, so runs to be had. But you talked about the weather. I talked about the weather. Standing right behind you is my umbrella just in case there's a mist around. We've looked at the rain radar, chances of rain, so DLS might come into play.
Yeah, we were talking about this earlier. We just think it might be about a 160 sort of pass score, just because the pitch, as you say, is hard. It's going to be a good batting track. And yeah, I mean, hopefully no rain. Hopefully the weather forecast is wrong, but it does look very grey at the moment, so we're expecting some rain.
Well, we're about 25 minutes away from game time here at Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground. Game 1 of the Tri-Nation Series, Hong Kong, China versus Nepal. Stick around. We'll be going live with all the action from 1:30 p.m. Good afternoon and welcome to Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground. Game 1 of the Tri-Nation Series. It's Nepal versus Hong Kong, China. Nepal, as you can see on the screen, won the toss. They elected to bowl. The weather out there is holding. I'd say that's the best description of it. It's holding. It is misty. There is water around, so the ball's going to be greasy as well. But the batters are ready. You can see on screen now Martin Kutsia and Nazakat Khan ready to go out to bat for Hong Kong, China, and the Nepal huddle looking to avenge that loss yesterday. Joining me in commentary today, it is Hong Kong, China superstar, international women's player, Yasmin Daswani. Yaz, looks like we're going to get a game underway.
No, it's great to see, just especially since it's been spitting a bit. It's kind of been a bit, won't they be going out there? But looks like you haven't brought out your umbrella yet, so we're good to go, and it'll be a good contest between two very strong teams within associate cricket.
We can see on our monitors to the side here the rain radar. It's not looking pretty, would be suboptimal would be my description of the rain radar, but we're going to push through. If it doesn't get any heavier, we're going to continue on. The umpire Shelton de Cruz on screen now. At the other end, umpire John Prakash. And we heard 3 changes to the Nepal side, including the superstar Karen CC back into the side. Had a rest yesterday in the Friendship Series. There he is on screen. He's probably going to take the ball first off. Karen's got a 4-fer. There's the squad for Nepal, the captain, as we talked at the toss. Rohit Paudel. Bertel's in the side. Binod with the gloves again. Bam, Yadav, Sheikh, Jora, Jar, Pratis GC, Bahara, and of course Karen CC, who's going to open the bowling. Yaz for Hong Kong. A couple of changes.
So playing for Hong Kong, we've got Nazakat opening the batting with Martin Coetzee, got Yasser Murtaza, Anshuman Rath, Baba Hyatt, Azaz Khan, who took a 4-fer yesterday, Atiq ul Rahman, Zishan Ali, Rana Nasrallah, and Ayush Shukla, and Ehsan Khan.
Yeah, 2 changes today into the side. Zishan Ali with the gloves for Jamie Atkinson and Ayush Shukla. Coming in for Dhananjay Rao. Unfortunately for Dhananjay, he's been dropped on his 22nd birthday. Happy birthday and commiserations to Dhananjay today.
No, I don't think it's probably one of his best birthdays to date, but hopefully a win will make up for it.
I'm sure he's glad just to be in the Hong Kong China side. Debuted just a while ago in the one-day series. Looks like we're ready to get play underway. Martin Kutsia, good start yesterday. He's on strike from the Argyle Street end. It is Karen. And in lofted. It's not going to go all the way. It could be an early wicket. And it is! First ball wicket for Nepal. Martin Kutsia not getting all of that. And just holds out. The first wicket falls.
We saw quite a few catches yesterday as well, so
there was a raffle there between Gulshan and the captain Rohit. Just didn't even make it to the circle there. Martin could see it. The conditions obviously not ideal out there for batting, but great catch in the drizzly weather. And first wicket, we said Karen CC likes bowling against Hong Kong China and gets a wicket with his first ball.
we've got Anshuman Rath now walking to the crease, left-handed bat. We'll need him to make a big score today after that early wicket.
Even with the weather, the Nepal fans are already pouring into Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground. They're already loud. You could hear them as soon as the first ball was bowled and then it went in the air.
So weather not deterring those Nepal fans at all. Rain or shine, they'll be out there to support their team.
And even with the weather, if this rain mist patch can just blow through and the weather finds up, I'm sure there'll be plenty more down, especially if they're watching online and thinking about coming down and just see a wicket on the first ball. You can hear them on the effects mic all the way across the ground. As Karen comes in again, over the wicket to the left-handed right, full, just punches it out to point.
You wouldn't really think we're in Hong Kong, would you, with that sort of noise?
It's fantastic. Love it. Yesterday we had 900,000 viewers on Cricket Hong Kong YouTube, plus a packed crowd down here. And even though Nepal lost, the team went over and had a chat to the supporters, which is fantastic. And I'm sure they're hoping that when they come across this afternoon, it'll be a Nepal win. Karen again. Rath full again. Thought he got the edge, but a bit of bat on pitch.
Just angling the ball away from the left-hander there. Good wide Yorker sort of length.
It's sort of death bowling. Gets a wicket on the first ball, and now he's bowling outside off Yorkers. Perfect start for Nepal, winning the toss, electing to bowl again. They did that yesterday and got punished. And they returned the favour so far in the first over. Full this time, punched. Oh, great fielding. Stopped a certain boundary.
Definitely see the Nepal fielders very pumped. There's lots of smiles on the faces, loads of high fives and good energy. It's an excellent stop.
Bertel there, and an extra cover. Diving effort. Two balls remaining in the first. Full again, good Yorker length. He thought he got it through the gap or onto the toes, but chopped out. And first runs for Hong Kong, China off the bat. Anshuman Rath gets down the non-striker's end.
These two will be looking to rotate the strike with the left and right hand combination. Just put a bit of pressure on the Nepal fielders, get them moving around, and hopefully force some errors.
Zakat will be looking for some runs. Been a little dry of late. Went cheaply yesterday. But with Martin Kutsia already back in the sheds, captain's going to have to do a captain's knock. One ball left in the first. Some discussions. Karen's looking around at his field, waiting for Nazakat, who has now taken his mark and ready. Oh, gets a big leading edge through second slip, and it might go all the way to the boundary for four. It does. The first boundary in the books for Hong Kong China. A little fluky to end the first over, but Hong Kong China 5 for 1.
That was just out of reach of slip. Ball's racing away here, so very quick outfield. And yeah, lucky runs there for Hong Kong, but much needed.
Pratas GC to take the ball from the softball ground end. And you will note, if you were watching yesterday's Friendship Series Cup game, there's a bit of a flaw from the Nepal side. They started bowling from the wrong end. They started bowling from this softball ground end, leaving them the death over from the short boundaried Argyle Street end. They've fixed that today. Yaz?
Looks like as well they're very aggressive at the start with their bowling good tight lines, not giving anything easy away.
Over the wicket to Anjuman Rath, a little shorter, guided, but they've got protection inside the circle. Good fielding. That raced off the bat. A bit of a stinger there in the end. They've got two really tight fielders there, Gully and backward point protecting. Sandeep Jora doing the work, starting with a dot. Short again, this time onto the pad, so runs to be had on the leg side, maybe two. They're talking two, and they put pressure on a slippery ball and slippery outfield and get through safely. Good running from Hong Kong China.
That was excellent running, given that the fact that the ball didn't go past the inner ring. Really quick between the wickets there, and putting pressure on the Nepalese fielders. There's a slight fumble there as well, which we saw.
And it's a 6-3 offside field, so a vacant paddock on the leg side. As you say, didn't even go outside the circle and still managed to get two. Full this time from Pratis, punched hard, nobody out there, that's raced to the boundary for four.
Excellent shot there from Anshi Rath, after having nudged a few balls into the leg side. Now driving one through the off.
Glorious cover drive. That one in the notebook, into the Instagram. As Pratis resets. Left arm over, left-hander. Gets through for another single. Runs coming this over for Hong Kong China. And going to go around the wicket to the right-handed Nazakat Khan. Angle the ball in. Move the slip out. What would you call that position there, Yaz? Where Avinash is standing.
I wouldn't exactly call it slip, I don't think.
No, he's on the circle. In a catching position, though. Oh! Massive fresh airy from Nazakat Khan. It stayed a little low.
I think I had a bit of a nick there, but ball didn't carry through to the keeper. Giving himself some room there to try and play through the offside, but missing the ball.
Seen Nazaka already edge a four. Perhaps that's what that position there from Avinash in front of our commentary position is in place for. And gets bat on ball this time, but doesn't go anywhere. Dot. And that's two dots to end the second over. After two, Hong Kong China 12 for the loss of one wicket. Good runs for Hong Kong China in the second. Karen KC will continue from the Argyle Street end. Very nice first over, even though the boundary came. Got the wicket first ball, and it was a fluky four. Anshuman Ruth on strike. He's on 8. He's on at least 9, but he's calling for 2 on the leg side again, and good running again. Anshuman Ruth, Nazakat can't get back for 2. Thinking about running on the misfield, but no.
Anshuman Ruth looking really fluent at the crease at the moment. Just knows exactly where the field is and exactly where his 1s and 2s are.
He looked good yesterday as well. Didn't go on with it. We'll be looking to get a big score today. And that's lofted high. How high? All the way high. Over the top, over the field, over the fans down there, the Nepal fans, watching it sail over their head for 6.
The ball just pitched short there on middle stump, and Anshuman Ruth very quick on it, picked it up and whacked it over the boundary ropes for 6.
I'm sure Karen knows now, but you don't bowl there to Anshuman Ruth. Very strong on the leg side. Fuller this time, driven straight to mid off. Get through.
Direct hit there would have been tight, but Anshuman quick to scamper through, knows exactly where his singles are and exactly where when he's gonna run.
It was Gulshan with the throw, and he was pretty confident if that hit direct, he was going to get the wicket because he was quite upset it went just to the right-hand side of the stumps. Putting pressure on the field as another misty gust comes through. Hard work out there for both teams in this weather.
I think especially for Nepal with the ball being slippery. You just see the cover fielder blowing hot air onto his hands.
Huge gust blows across our commentary position as Karen comes in again. Eased onto the leg side. They've got more players on the leg side for the right-handed Nazakat, but again, good running and gets them home safely. And talking about blowing hot air, Muskan, who does the opening for us, brought hand warmers today. Those ones you put in your pocket. Very clever. I was very jealous when I saw them.
I'm wishing that I'd bought some at the moment as well. Got my hands firmly in my pockets.
I should know better because when we did the Malaysian series, Sharvin Muniandi was fielding out here with them in his pockets, but I forgot to buy some. Anch back on strike. 2 balls remaining, straying again onto that thigh pad line, so just the single. Anch wanted to. The captain wanted nothing to do with that.
I think he hit it a bit too well there, just straight to the fielder, whereas the other ones had been kind of dropped into no man's land.
Nazakat this time, tip and run, put pressure on the field, good fielding, but threw it a long way. Lucky there was a fielder out there on the ropes to stop that one. And another single, 4 singles in a row, plus the maximum and a 2, so good over, 12 coming from it for Hong Kong, China, 24 for 1. An early change in bowling, it looks like, for Nepal, with Gulshan Jha coming into the attack from the softball ground end. Right arm medium fast.
Paul still sticking with pace early on. The ball doesn't look like it's doing much. It doesn't look like it's swinging all that much.
Delay. Not sure what the delay is. Oh, it's our cameraman on top of the scoreboard. Popped down now, so he's not in the line of sight of Nazakad Khan. In comes Jar over the wicket. Ease. This one was deliberate, but they have protection at deep third. Just the single again.
Got 2 out for Anshuman Rath. So our third man's coming back into circle. Sorry, deep third man and a deep mid-wicket.
It's interesting they're not putting anybody. They've got that deep mid-wicket, deep square leg on the ropes. Keeping with the deep third as well. As Jar comes into Rath. Oh, that popped up. You see Ant saying, that jumped and took off. Went sideways on me.
Ansh did well to get out the way, get his hands out the way of that one.
It deviated so much watching the keeper bin on with the gloves that almost it looked from behind here that he might have got a glove on it, but it just took off. Jar in again. Fuller this time, crunch this time, 4 this time.
Excellent shot there again by Anshuman Rath. You can see the Nepal fans / fielders racing to get the ball back into play.
And continuing to come in, the Nepal fans. Braving the weather, braving the wind. Shorter this time, whipped away. Another 4 back-to-back boundaries for Anshuman Rath.
Still no change in field despite 2 consecutive boundaries. It'll be interesting to see whether Nepal change the field up now. As you said though, Bushy, short and on leg stump, probably not where you want to bowl to Anshuman Rath.
Suboptimal for Nepal. Loves it there with the fielder inside the circle. Not much you could do about it. You could see spots of rain on the cameras when we showed the replay. Continuing on. Oh, that's that ball that he got troubled with before as well.
That one didn't look like it deviated much, but definitely popping up a lot.
Ant's throwing his head back at that one. I had advice for this final ball for Jar. I bowled something similar. 2 balls gone whizzing past the gloves of Anshuman Rath. 1 ball remaining in the 4th. Bit of a shuffle, then dabs it down behind point, gets through for a single, will retain the strike after 4. Hong Kong, China going along quite nicely at 8.5 and over. They're 34 for 1. Hear that loud buggy going past the effects mic in our commentary position. That is the ground staff. And whenever they rush around in that buggy in this kind of weather, I get nervous because it tends to mean they're heading towards some covers. At the moment, we will continue. So far, so good, yes, for Hong Kong, China after losing a wicket on the first ball.
No, excellent batting by Anshuman Rath in particular, just being the aggressor out of the 2, and Nazakad just rotating straight.
Changing bowling from the Argyle Street end. Pratish, who was bowling from the softball ground end, has now switched down to the shorter boundary Argyle Street end with Anshuman Rath on strike. The left armour over the wicket to the left-hander. guides it. There's two players there. A direct hit. Oh, it bounced. It popped up over the top.
Fielder straight on that, aiming for Rath's wicket rather than the closer Nazarkit.
They want to keep these batters pinned in their crease. Binod calling for the lid. He's going to keep up to the stumps. Yaz, you're a keeper. Good idea, you think?
I mean, neither of these batters have really looked to come out their crease much, but it will still stop them from doing so, from being extra aggressive and taking on the bowler.
Pratish to Nazarkit. Does an effort ball. Bit of a yes, no, weight slips through the hands. A stinger for Pratish. Got hands on it to keep it to a dot. Yeah, you're right, Yaz. That's when I was thinking when he's called for the lid, I haven't seen them dancing very much. Anch, a little bit movement sideways and maybe a small shuffle forward. But so far, Nazarkit's been fairly planted in his crease. This one pushed onto the leg side. They've gone to the 5-4 leg side field now, so it will just be a single. Both fielders for the right-hander out on the ropes. Slightly different for the left-handed Anshuman Rath.
Seen in particular that the pitch is getting some bounce on it, so it'll be interesting to see if the keeper's gone back now for Anshuman Rath.
Interesting. So it was just a ploy for the right-hander. Left arm to left hand. Wait, somebody's running in front of the sight screen, I think. An unimpressed Anshuman Rath pulls out. Says Pratish, back to your mark. Bowled the fourth delivery of the fifth over. Oh, good ball. Nope. Too wide this time.
Just a little bit of movement there as well, away from the left-hander.
A little bit too much. I think that's the first extra in the book for Nepal this afternoon. They were the same yesterday. Really tidy with the ball. It's just they got Bubba high to Pratish to Anch. Another effort ball. And that's crunched. That's gone all the way. Could not be stopped. The fielder was only 5 or 6 metres away, but could not stop that one.
The bowler just sticking to that wide-ish outside off line. Archie very quick on it this time. He missed it the first time, but he had his chance to go again, and no mistake there.
I could hear Anch from here as someone running in front of the sight screen again going, oh, guys. Anyway, he's ready. Another single onto the offside. Rotate the strike.
Fielder's very deep there on the circle, so always a one there.
And the crowd, Ed, as you can see, they're all huddling under that tent as we are in the commentary position. It's a little damp.
Yeah, Bashir, I thought I'd escaped the English weather, but turns out I brought it with me.
It's your fault, that's fine. As long as it's not my fault. One ball remaining in the fifth. Rain is getting heavier, actually. Quite visible.
And the covers.
He's pulled out of that one.
You can see the ground staff ready there with the covers.
You can see the ground staff, as Yaz said, they're very prepared. See if we can get to the end of this over first. They're going to hit that straight to the field and run, put the pressure on, and a little fumble from the captain. Rohit, another stinger. They get through for a single. 5 overs done. Hong Kong, China, 43 for 1. As you're sticking your head around the corner, are they standing still, those ground staff, or are they moving?
No, they're still standing still. Look poised, ready for movement.
There they are. They're upright now. That's worse. They were crouching before. But it's that kind of day where it just blows through. You get a little bit heavier, then it lightens up. We're looking at the rain radar. There's plenty of it around, but it's not heavy. That's the one good thing. Looks like they're calling for the covers. Covers coming out. We're going to have a rain delay at over number 5 with Hong Kong, China at 43 for 1. I can tell you right now, Yaz, we do not have any time available to have a rain delay and still play a full T20. So we will be going to a shortened game whenever they come back, and it's going to take some time. Covers come on, covers go off, the team's got to get ready. So just before we go and have a bit of a break, we'll have a look at the batting and bowling cards so far in the first 5 overs. As the batting there for Hong Kong, China.
It's got Nazarket with 9 off 9 balls and Anshuman Rath motoring along with 33 off 20.
Yeah, Ansh, 4 4s and a 6. Martin Kutsia literally didn't trouble the scoreboard. Out first delivery, a beauty it was too. He tried to overhit it, tried to put it into our commentary position, didn't even make the circle. Out. Good catch by Jar in the conditions. And there's the bowling card. Apart from that first ball wicket, you'd say these first 5 overs have gone to Hong Kong, China, going along at a run rate in the missed at 8.6, Yaz.
As you say, though, there's with rain about, I guess we're not entirely sure what a good total will be because it depends how many overs this game is reduced by. But Hong Kong will be looking to put as many runs on the board as possible.
Indeed, and of course with the short and both sides, we talked about it out in the middle when we did the toss and the pitch report. The DLS system tends to favour the side batting second, so Nepal, they won't be terribly upset about this. They'll be happy to get back out and play in front of all their fans who are now completely and utterly crammed into that tent, the 3 tents over there, to try to escape the rain. We're going to take a short break here at Tin Kwong Road Recreation Ground. We'll keep you updated with all the latest information when it comes to hand. Welcome to Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground. If you've stuck around during the rain break, thanks very much. Aaron Bush with you. We have a game on and some information to come to hand. We heard from me basically before we went to the break that we don't have any extra time here at Ting Kwong Road to extend the game, but the players, the captains, the umpires have come together and have agreed that we can continue with a full game. So we're going to have a full T20. Yasmin Dazwani in commentary as well. Yaz, that's great news for today.
Excellent news. Excellent news indeed, Bushy, as you say, that we've got a full game ready to go. The fans are excited, the rain's starting to clear a bit, and the players all look raring and ready to go.
Yep, you can see just off to our left, all the fans from Nepal have stuck around throughout the rain break. I saw 16,000 people on YouTube also sticking around, waiting to find out some more information. Glad you stuck around. If you're watching on Cricket Hong Kong Broadcasting YouTube, or perhaps you're on ICC TV, Fan Code in India, doing Tap Mad, we're in African XP. They're all around the world, this broadcast. It's fantastic, and it's fantastic news. We're back out in the middle. The players are out. The batters for Hong Kong, China, Anshuman Rath and Nazakat Khan. Is that Karen with ball in hand, perhaps ready to come steaming in? We'll get confirmation on the bowler. Bit of issues, Yaz, obviously with the rain for the run-ups of the bowlers. Is that going to be much of an issue, do you think?
Well, it was raining pretty hard in the first, just before the rain break, and we didn't see anybody slipping around too much. We saw a couple of misfields and a couple of fumbles, and that might have been as a result of the ball being slightly wet, but otherwise it doesn't look like it's been too much of an issue.
It is Karen KC, the sole wicket taker for Nepal so far today, coming on from the softball ground end to finish off the power play. 2 overs so far, 1 for 17. Got the big wicket on the first delivery. And he's now bowling to the Hong Kong China. You can hear the crowd excited. We're back. Wrapped on the inside edge, I think, was there. Yaz?
I don't think that was out. I don't think that was straight on the pad, as you say, but the crowd definitely thought so, just judging by the number of appeals that we had from the crowd as well as from the bowler and the fielding side. I think they were appealing harder than the actual fielding side were.
They were. Well, nobody from the fielding side appealed because it was going a long way down leg. But that's the excitement. First ball back from the rain delay, and the crowd.
And they seem to have doubled in size as well over the rain delay.
Bat on ball this time from Nazaka. Back to Karen, another dot.
Bushy, are you hearing the kind of celebrations that the Nepal team have got going on? Have you heard it before? What are your thoughts?
From the crowd?
No, from the fielding side, from Nepal. From the players themselves, they've kind of got an ooh, ooh, ooh kind of celebration.
I like it. That's what I like. And it gets the crowd going as well. Of course, game 1 of the Tri-Nations Series, PNG coming in on Tuesday. Comes down the wicket this time. That's a great take from Binod. No bat on ball.
That ball just swung a lot off the seam. Great take, as you say, from Binod, given the fact that the ball went in between the batter, the wickets,
went down
and swung miles.
Went past the leg stump in the end. He's a dangerous bowler, Karen KC. He's got 1.5 overs left in his 4 over spell. Another dot ball. I think the rain just came back a bit there as well, blowing into our commentary position.
Don't think, to answer your question, I don't think the bowler seems to be having any issue at the moment with slippery, with it being slippery. He's steaming in, ready to bowl. Very aggressive.
I saw in yesterday's game, Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground is a brilliant field and brilliant pitches put together by head groundsman Jasim Udin. It does have a drainage issue. Fortunately, this light rain has meant no puddles out there on the ground. Another effort ball, but Zucker scampers through, puts pressure on the players and ruins what might have been a maiden for Karen.
Nazarket just seems to be struggling a little bit with that ball coming into his legs. Doesn't seem comfortable as such. So yeah, just rotating the strike definitely seems like a good option given the circumstances.
Anshuman Rath on strike, 33 off 20, going at a strike rate of 165. He's already got one maximum and 4 boundaries. They've put out a deep mid-wicket for the left-hander. And they've also got a backward square leg on the ropes, so protecting that leg side. Chops that one out. Again, the tip and run straight to the fielder. Big shy. Oh, again, good backing up by the captain, I think, out there on the ropes. Actually, it was Bertel making sure that that did not go for an extra 4 overthrows, and we've got the 6th over done eventually. Hong Kong, China, 45 for 1. A good over there for Nepal after the rain break.
Definitely with 4 dots coming from it. Exactly what they'll want to have been doing. Just put the pressure on, back on the batting side after a good power play for Hong Kong.
Pradesh GC to continue from the Argyle Street end. 2 overs so far, none for 16.
What I really like seeing here from the Nepal side is just how aggressive they've been in the field. They don't seem to be worried at all about any overthrows. They're just absolutely tonking the ball and, to their credit, backing up really well.
End of the power play, so a few more players heading out towards the ropes. They've got a long on, long off, deep mid-wicket, and also deep square leg for Anshuman Rath, protecting this short boundary. And Gulshan's just been dragged back inside the circle. So no long off.
Deep, fine leg goes out.
We'll see if Anshuman tries to attack the Argyle Street end. Bottom of the bat, behind point. They're going to get an overthrow this time. No, they won't. Right-handed Nazarket Khan back on strike, rotating around the field as well. Nobody on the leg side in front of square inside the circle. Pratish to Nazarket, swats it straight, hard, skids, goes bang into the bunting at the side screen for 4.
An excellent shot there by Nazarket Khan, bisecting the 2 fielders, and that brings up the 50 for Hong Kong.
Base of action from umpire John Prakash, and what we saw with that one, when it hit the ground, it skidded. It just took off. Long on down here, right in front of our commentary position, had no chance once it hit the ground as Pratish comes in, this time around the wicket. Might have gone with a slower ball there. Gets the dot.
I think we've seen a bit of a change in attitude from Nazarket here, just looking to take on the bowlers a lot more.
Just joining us, you can see this is a 50 partnership as well, and that's because Martin could see it, was dismissed off the first delivery of the day. That one's been spanked. Bang, hits the tent roofs of the dugout for Hong Kong, China for a maximum 6.
excellent shot there by Nazaka Khan, just picking that up very quickly and launching it over the boundary ropes.
This time, punch down to long off, just get the single. Good runs coming this over so far with one ball remaining. Still plenty of mist around. Water in the air as we continue on. Anshuman Rath on strike. Squared him up, that one.
The fans like that one. Quite a lot of movement in there into the left-hander. Yeah, as you say, wrapping him on the pads and squaring him up.
The crowd looking for a Nepal victory in the end, but a wicket to start with. It's been a while. 6.5 overs since the last wicket, I should say.
These batters just looking more and more comfortable out in the centre. They seem to know their boundary options. They're picking up the ball well. They've had a couple of maximums.
Change in bowling from the softball ground end. Gulshan Jar coming back in. He's bowled 1 over none for 10. Twelve runs off that previous over. Handy. Got the run rate back up over 8 for Hong Kong China. As Jar comes in. Right arm over the wicket. To Nazaka Khan. It goes lofty. Goes straight. Goes 4.
Perfectly executed drive there from Nazaka Khan, holding his shape, not trying to overhit the ball and launching it past mid-off for a 4.
Secret to the softball ground, go straight. Head towards the side screen, you get runs, and it's taken the top of his off stump straight away after the boundary, and the second wicket falls for Hong Kong China. It's the captain, Nazaka Khan, out for 25. Hong Kong China, 61 for 2. Listen to that crowd.
Just been hit for a 4 the ball before, and the bowler has a last laugh there.
Absolute peach of the delivery. Takes the top of off stump. Dismisses the captain of Hong Kong China for 25. But who's coming to the crease, Yaz?
Baba Hyatt, after a well-struck 100 yesterday, is definitely in some form, and I hear as well that he's on target to reaching some big runs, a big milestone today if he makes runs. So we've got our fun fact of the day. Baba needs 42 runs to become the first Hong Kong China batsman to score 1,500 T20I runs. It's an impressive feat, definitely, and he's really been in form.
Wanted to wait till he went out there so he didn't jinx it, he didn't hear it. Not that he can be watching the broadcast while he's in the dugouts. But yes, yesterday, that was massive, 110, 13 sixes. And he's happy to be back in a bit of form. Form had been a little low of late until he hit that super over in the Qatar series last week, bashing 21, winning the game, then coming out yesterday for the Friendship Series.
He'll be looking to keep this crowd quiet here, start positively, put pressure back on Nepal.
I think the crowd even appreciated Bubba's innings yesterday. If he puts a few over in there, get some excitement in. They've got a slip in place. Very shake. He's hitting it first slip. Jar to Bubba. Gives him a short one to start with. He's crunched it. They're going to push for 2. And they'll get it. Nice running. As this rain has not gone away, even though we continue. Gets any heavier, we could be in trouble for another delay, but at the moment we're continuing. Bubba's going to get more runs. Oh, he slipped. Fortunately, Anshaman Rath turned around and saw that Bubba's on the ground. These wet conditions, he's gone down. Hopefully he's okay.
It's the first proper slide that we've seen today because of the wet weather conditions. I mean, you just called it, didn't you, Bushy? Just talking about how it's still raining here. It's been raining for quite a while now with no signs of really letting up.
Bubba's signalling to his shoes, suggesting he wants maybe some bigger spikes. Yeah, we thought we'd see maybe a slip from a bowler or slip in the field, but ends up being Bubba Hyatt, the first one to slip over, but he got through safely, moves to 3. There's the crowd still up. Oh, just drop straight down on Anshaman Rath and run behind point.
Another quick single there. Barber managing to keep his feet this time.
Testing conditions, we would say. Fine for a rugby game. A little tough for the Tri-Nations cricket game. And probably the softballers over the back there as well in the softball ground from the end that Jar is bowling from. A bit muddy out there on that softball field. At least we've got grass here as Jar comes in again to finish off the 8th over. Pushes it straight to point. Little misfield, but no damage done. A wicket in that over, the second one. 8 overs done. Hong Kong, China, 65 for 2. And see there, Bubba having a change of pretty much everything at the moment. Maybe just taking the pads off, easier to get the shoes on. There's the change of shoes, Yaz. Ever had that before? Haven't gone out the middle and gone, I need a new pair of boots?
No, I mean, I've slipped around a bit, thought about the fact that I probably need some new boots, but haven't had a spare pair in the dressing room to change into. But maybe after seeing this, definitely something to add to my kit bag.
Now the covers are coming back out as the boots go on. Bad news for this game as another rain delay gets heavier. The covers coming on. We only got, an extra 3 overs in, Yaz. And now another rain delay. We'll pull up the batting card now. See the second wicket to fall, Yaz, that one of the captain, Nazaka Khan. That was a peach of a delivery.
Excellent delivery straight after, off the back of a 4 that Nazarket played, and just as Nazarket was looking to start accelerating. But he played a good partnership there with Anshaman Rath, making 25 off 20 and bringing up the 50 for Hong Kong.
And the bowling card for Nepal, just used the 3 bowlers so far. They've just rotated between ends to get through the 8 overs. Now wicket apiece to Karen KC and Gulshan Jar. Trajesh, he's toiled away, been a little expensive, yet to get a wicket, none for 28. There you have it, another rain delay here at Ting Kwang Road Recreation Ground. We'll give you an update as soon as we know. Until then, just stick around and we'll update you as soon as we know more. Some sad news here from Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground. Game 1 of the Tri-Nation Series between Nepal and Hong Kong, China has been rained off. The rain has not stopped. As you can see, I have the umbrella in hand. It is sad news. Tomorrow we have a day off, so plenty of time for the sunshine to return. Then comes Super Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday is going to be just a day of brilliant cricket for the Tri-Nations, starting off in the morning with Nepal versus Papua New Guinea from 9 a.m. Hong Kong time, and then in the afternoon, Hong Kong, China versus PNG. Whoever wins each game is likely to go through to the final on Wednesday. Super Tuesday. Make sure you join us on Cricket Hong Kong Broadcasting YouTube and around the world on ICC TV, Fan Code in India, and wherever you're watching around the world. Until Tuesday, Aaron Bush signing off.